lads, and welcome back to the Brockopp side. Today we got ourselves a Season 1 review of Disenchantment, or as this show likes to call it, Part 1, because we're doing a Lord of the Rings type thing here, I guess. So anyway, this show comes to us from Matt Groening, the creator of The Simpsons and Futurama, The Simpsons of course being the most successful and longest running television show in history, and Futurama, which is not. But anyway, we're introduced to Princess Tia Bean, who is a princess that doesn't want to follow tradition. She doesn't want to get married off to some random prince. She's basically the rebellious princess. That's original. She eventually befriends a demon named Lucy, voiced by Eric Andre, and a magical elf named Elfo, voiced by Captain Underpants himself, Nat Faxon. So I think it's pretty safe to say there was a lot of anticipation for this show because Matt Groening has, like I said, brought us The Simpsons and Futurama, and unfortunately I think a lot of us can agree that The Simpsons has definitely lost a lot of its steam in recent years. It's not quite as funny or entertaining as it was, so I think myself and a lot of people included thought maybe a new show could be just what Matt Groening needs to kinda get the energy back, get the creative juices flowing again. So how does this 10 episode, part 1, season 1, whatever hold up? Well, right off the bat, the theme song and the opening title sequence are just definitely not up to par with these other two shows. You know, The Simpsons theme is one of the most memorable theme songs ever, and it's got one of the most memorable intros ever, and Futurama's theme song is pretty good as well, and I like the theme song and all of that there, but here it's not that memorable, and it's nothing too exciting either. It's just a bunch of these, animated title cards, which we've seen a million times, so that, right off the bat could be a little concerning, but I was like, okay, you can't judge a book completely by the intro here, so let's just keep watching the first episode. And one thing that unfortunately became rather prominent is that the humor is it's really not there a lot of times, it's like they're trying really hard to make jokes, but, a lot of the humor is kind of taking the easy way out with characters being like, okay, whatever you do, don't do that thing, and then a character immediately does it, and then verbally acknowledges it. There's a lot of that in here, so it's definitely a shame that the humor is not, it's just not the funniest show ever, I hate to say it. I mean, there are a few parts here and there where I did chuckle a little bit, but they were just really little moments. I definitely would not say this is a funny show, but the strong suit here comes from the three main characters, Bean, Elfo, and Lucy. I think they are definitely the strongest part of these episodes, seeing these three interact, and, they're cool looking. I like the look of them, and, I think these characters just go really well together, but unfortunately these characters get trapped in these very cliche run-of-the-mill TV episodes. There's one where, the king is away, so of course the rebellious teenage character throws a big party, and, it just kind of follows all that. A bunch of people show up uninvited, there's trash everywhere, some barbarians show up and kill everybody. Just typical stuff like that. Now, while I think the three main characters have good voice acting to them, I just couldn't help but feel like a lot of the secondary characters, their voices were rather repetitive. I mean, there are just so many characters that have the exact same voice, this just nightly Ian McKellen type character, like, "Excuse me, sir, have you seen my armor? Oh yes, I'm a talking pig now. Oink." That would make a lot more sense if you've seen the show. The show has this overarching storyline that follows throughout the 10 episodes, but it's not that prominent in every single one. There's a lot of, single standalone adventures throughout, and it kind of loses track of the main focus. And these are only 28 minutes long each over the course of 10 episodes. There's really not a whole lot of time to tell a complete story, which I guess was kind of the point after all. Throughout the episodes, you get these two mysterious villains who are kind of watching over everything with a crystal ball, and you got these other couple little characters in there that we don't know much about. And the idea, I guess it's gonna lead up into part 2 or season 2 or whatever. So we have all these story elements and characters just all up in the air by the end of the 10 episodes, and it's just like, it's just not that satisfying because there's just so much we don't know yet, and it just feels like there could have been maybe a couple more things that they could have properly resolved in these 10 episodes. So the episodes themselves are not the most interesting in the world. I had to admit, watching the pilot episode was a little bit of a drag, but then I think it did pick up a little bit there, and of course they saved the most interesting of the episodes for the very last one to keep you hooked, keep you interested in the story. And while I do admit, even though there are all these things that are just up in the air and I don't have a very good resolution of the stuff so far, I'm kind of interested to see where it goes, you know. I don't want to spoil it for you here in case you want to watch it yourself, but yeah, I mean, I am interested to see where this could go with another 10 episodes or whatever. It just feels like it could have been like another 2-3 episodes long or something like that. I almost feel like it would even have been better as just a movie because, okay, well hang on, let me do the math here. So we got 10 episodes at 28 minutes apiece, that's 280 minutes. Okay, we'll see. Well, yeah, there's a couple episodes that are just kind of filler episodes. We'll just take those out, and, nope. Okay, yeah, never mind. This would have been way too long for a movie. Kind of makes you wonder why I even bothered saying that. You know, there's a couple of swear words here and there, and plenty of cartoon gore and violence to keep you mildly interested. This is just, unfortunately, not a show you need to, like, sit down, pay attention to, and just be on the edge of your seat every 5 minutes or so. No, I think this is more of a show that if you want to watch it, it's best to just watch it, like, at night when you're having dinner and you just want to have something on in the background, because that's just really the kind of show it is. It's not one where you have to be like, oh no, what's gonna happen to these characters? It's more like just a little bit of casual viewing, and oh shit, there's a cliffhanger, oh crap. Ultimately, I think Disenchantment was disappointing. You know, it's not as good as it honestly could have been, but I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that there aren't that many episodes to this first season, you know, so I feel like maybe it could pick up more in a second season. I do want to see another season for sure. I just hope it's one of those shows where maybe it has kind of a rocky first season, but then things pick up in the second season. I feel like that will be the case, and I really hope so, because I wouldn't mind seeing more of this. I think it does have its bright moments, like the main characters, some of the art style, and a little bit of the humor here and there. It's okay. It's an okay show. Not great, certainly not awful. It just has a lot it needs to improve on in the second season, which I do look forward to seeing if it does get picked up, so hopefully everything will be a lot better and more improved by the time season 2 or part 2 comes along. So, those are my thoughts on Disenchantment Season 1. If you guys have seen the show, or you just, I don't know, you're bored and you want to have a conversation in the comments section, number down below, and we'll see you on the Brockopp side.